Okay, so I'm here with Jake Ngai, who's going to be competing this weekend for another title. He's someone who broke onto the scene hugely through IMAF competitions. He was one of the standouts last year, in my opinion, anyways, and he's a massive, massive talent going forward. He's got a tough test ahead of him this weekend, though. It's good to see him back in the cage. Thank you very much for joining me. How are you?
Yeah,
How
of
does it
course.
feel to be back and to be fighting for a title in just a few days?
Yeah, it feels good. I'm excited to be back in there. I've been out for a lot of this year. My last fight was in February, so like literally the start of the year. That was for the Cage Legacy belt. So it's been a while. So I'm really like itching to get back into the cage and get the ball back rolling.
Yeah, because when you're fine, you kind of first year and a half, you really rattled through. You were super active with obviously the IMAS because you're fighting day after day. And
Mm.
have you found it kind of hard as well that you haven't been so active? Are you itching to get back in there?
Yeah. I have like because I was so used because last year I was so active. I think I had like 8 fights in the year. So yeah, like it has been tough, but also I've been training the whole time. So like it wasn't like too hard. It wasn't like I was out for like an injury or anything. It was just like things I had to deal with. So I was still training. So just really like looking forward to getting back into the cage now and just like getting getting that you know, just the feeling of like fighting and stuff like it's different to training. Obviously, you don't get that same buzz. So I'm really looking forward to just like stepping back into the cage and just getting it, get the experience.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I'm looking forward to seeing you back. Like I said, you were one of the standouts when you really burst onto the scene. And obviously you haven't competed, you've still been training. I've asked this to a couple of fighters as well, and I just want to see your opinion on it. When you're not fighting or preparing for a fight or have a camp on, can you like and you're training with a little bit more ease, do
Um,
you see yourself improving? Can you see those
Sorry, you
improvements?
just froze for a second. What'd you say? Sorry, you just
Yeah.
froze for a second. Yeah, all good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start again. So yeah, so
Yeah.
just in terms of not competing and not having a camp,
Mhm.
um, when you're just training and solely training and enjoying training, do you find that you improve more during that time because you're not focusing on someone, or is it just the same, or do you notice the increases as they happen?
Yeah, definitely. Like it gives expand on your game because maybe if you have like locked in, you're kind of like just training like your A game, like all the time, like winning, like like if you don't have a fight or if you're like sparring specifically for an opponent, but if you don't have an opponent or like anything locked in, you can kind of just like train and work new things, and you're not having like a specific person to train for. You can kind of really open up your spars a lot and like really like it really does. Like I feel like I have like improved a lot in this time frame, and I'm just excited to show it on fight night.
Yeah, I would presume it gives you that little bit more room to be a bit more creative in training rather
Mm.
than like you said, just sticking to the same thing, try new things. And we know obviously you pulled off the Tarico Plata, which was a fantastic achievement at the time. And with your opponent, how do you study your opponent much? Are you looking into him much? Or are you just working on you because you are still an amateur fighter, albeit you've a wealth of experience. But do you just like to concentrate on you as opposed to him, or do you look at him a little bit or a lot, or what way does it work for you?
So I always just try to, uh, first of all, focus on myself, obviously, because I can always just improve myself and like I'm not like no one's perfect. Like you're always like trying to strive for perfection. I don't believe you'll ever get there, but you could be like I always strive to be perfect. So I'm always like getting better at myself, and then also all the time I look at my opponent like that I'm fighting like it's a bit different when I'm doing a competition. Like if I'm at the IMAFs and I have to fight back to back, like it's hard to like study your opponent and stuff. But even at the IMAFs, usually like a day before, like you usually find out your opponent a day before. Like I'll always watch their fights and kind of see like uh things I can do and stuff like that. So like yeah, I do study my opponents, but also I do like also focus on myself and improving. Like even while I have a fight, like I might like do things like not even specific for the opponent, but like just things to get better. Like so, I kind of play between the both.
No, nice, nice, and obviously it's a big event. This event in Cork, I've been to a couple of the shows, the first two, and they've been fantastic. how does it feel to have another show in the Republic? Obviously, we go up north a lot, and I'm not dividing north and south, but obviously there's different rule sets. There's different travel times and stuff like that. Are you excited for the fact that there is a new promotion like this that seems to be doing quite well down south? That if you get a belt, you're potentially going to be defending on it again next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I like the way that, well, obviously, it's same day weigh-in in the Republic, so it's not much of a cut really. I can just fight at featherweight, and it's just grand. Like I'm basically like eating whatever I want, and stuff. So it's not too heavy of a weight cut. So that's the good thing about that. But yeah, it's good to see like another show like here, not up the north. But yeah, I still have to travel down to Cork though. Like it's not obviously not the same as like just fighting like in Dublin, but it's still nice though to have like a promotion like that around.
Yeah, I'd say the travel from you to Nori is probably less from you to Cork. I'd say
Yeah,
two
I'd
and a
say I'd
half,
say
I'd say
so.
to
Yeah,
Cork,
yeah,
and then one of a bit to Nori and about two to Belfast. But no, it's a fantastic show. It's going to be a fantastic show this weekend. But there's going to be another. You're fighting for a belt, but there's another special person going to be fighting on it. Jordan Bradshaw's going to be making his professional debut. Talk to us about what it's like in the gym right now with people training. When you've got more than one person on the card, can you feel that buzz in the gym?
yeah. You definitely can feel that buzz. It's have like multiple people like preparing for like big fights and stuff. It really just like pushes everyone on, and like it's good. Like maybe sometimes you might have like other people that are out of camp, and then if you're like the only one in camp, like a lot of the time, like you're the one who's like hyper focused, and maybe other people might not be as focused. So like you might not be able to uh get the best spars, but when everyone else is in camp with you, like everyone is there to like help each other and prepare for their own fight. So it's like really brings out the best of everyone, I think.
Yeah, no, and that's good. And what a gym you are in as well with the names and the likes of Keith, Jordan, Ross, yourself as well. There's just so many. Nick is someone I'm quite high on as well. But we're not going to look past obviously Ger, like you're not looking past Ger, but I just want to get an insight to because of the activity levels this year. Are you looking to pump it up again next year, kind of what you did previously? Are you looking to do IMAFs again, or what's your plan? You tell me.
Yeah, so basically next year I want to have a few more fights at amateur. I'm looking to go pro, probably towards the end of next year. But I really want to. I will get like a decent, a few say a day before bantamweight fights just to get ready for that. Like because I have put on a little bit of size like since the start of the year. That's just something I've been working on, like my strength conditioning and stuff like that. So really like putting on a good size for my cut to bantamweight at pro. So I want to get in a few fights early next year at day before bantam and work on the cut, and then hopefully go pro towards the end of next year.
Yeah, and that's smart as well because obviously you've done a lot of the same day, and like I said, you don't have to cut that much.
Yeah,
I'm assuming like you feel a bit better not having to cut, but obviously going
yeah,
forward to pro, you want to kind of
yeah,
you don't want to go do one or two fights and then
yeah,
pro. You want to be able to
yeah.
do it because, like yourself, anything you do for the first or second time is all going to be learning. But yeah, no,
Mm,
it's looking like a good year for you next year. It's going to be a good year if you can pick up the belt this year. I
yeah.
can't wait to see you back in the cage. I've really, really missed you. You're a very exciting young fighter, and you're someone who really kind of rose. You kind of just burst onto the scene, and then I'm really looking forward to this fight. It's a tough matchup as well for both fighters, so that's what makes it interesting. But
Mm.
I'm gonna let you go. Is there anything you want to say before you go, or anyone to shout out? And thank you so much for your time, especially during the week that it is fight week.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to my teammates. Thank you for the interview. Yeah, all the guys at Cmac, Royal Grappling Academy, and Gaz Hickey, Fitness. Thanks to everyone, my family and friends, and yeah, that's it. Yeah, just ready to finally get back in there and put on a show.
Yeah, and we're all looking forward to getting back in there. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'll be watching on Saturday.
Yeah, thank you.